On Passover, one of the songs that Jewish children sing is Pharaoh or Paro in pajamas in the middle of the night. I'll let my twins take it away.
Paro in pajamas in the middle of the night. Ay, 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 ay.
I was thinking that that's a strange song. It celebrates one particular moment in the Torah, the fateful night of the 10th plague. Pharaoh is in bed, asleep, and he's awakened by screams in the palace and outside the palace throughout Egypt, while the firstborn sons are dying. Frantic, he runs out of the palace, presumably in his pajamas, to look for Moshe, to tell him, all right, you can leave now. Get out of Egypt. Leave now. But the song is gloating at Paro's predicament. And that's not like us as Jews. We don't gloat. We've survived so many attempts to destroy us. We're happy to survive. We've long known the lesson that Richard Sherman learned so painfully in the Super Bowl. If you gloat too early, you may end up eating crow. So why do we gloat? While thinking about this, I was reminded of the story that the sages tell us about an exchange that took place in heaven immediately after the parting of the sea. God split the sea, the Jews walked through on dry land, and immediately after the Egyptian chariots chased them. And God brought the water crashing down again and drowned the Egyptians. And the Jews were exultant. They were celebrating, singing and dancing, and the angels in heaven were celebrating also, until God interrupted them, confronted them. Uh-oh, guys, hide the beer. The big guy's here. God said, how can you celebrate while my creatures, the Egyptians, are drowning? And the angel said, but your majesty, what about the Jews? They're celebrating. God said, the Jews are different. They were slaves, and they faced certain death at the hands of the Egyptians. They can celebrate. You can't. You were never in danger. So we can celebrate. We can gloat. We were slaves, and we were freed. But one second. We weren't slaves. We weren't freed. Our ancestors were freed. So how can we gloat? The answer to that question is in the Haggadah. Because we're told in the Haggadah that during the Seder, on Passover night, every one of us, every Jew has to view himself as if he was a slave in Egypt and was freed. Not just our ancestors. We have to view ourselves as having been freed. Think about it. When Abraham was young, he referred to God as the God of heaven. Because at that point in time, God was only the God of heaven. It was only through Abraham's efforts at introducing monotheism to the world that God became the God of heaven and earth. And similarly, after the Exodus, God then became the God who took us out of Egypt. Not just our ancestors, us. So at that Seder night, when we drink the wine, eat the matzah, and eat the maror in the correct amounts, our souls undergo a transformative experience. We actually become freed from slavery. We reach back through thousands of years and we hold hands with our ancestors. And we and they together are freed. Have a happy and healthy Passover.